Yo, did YG and Chris Brown just drop a drill record?
Awesome beats.
What's going on? It's Awesome of OSYM here to break down this new YG record with Chris Brown and Tyga called Rodeo off of his new 400 album. So this track is a super dope drill vibe, but I'm curious, are you guys rocking with drill? Leave a comment, let me know, are you guys rocking with drill or not? If you're an artist or a new producer, consider subscribing to the channel. Once a week, I'm dropping beats, I'm dropping tutorials, I'm dropping tips for artists and stuff like that. So definitely hit the like button if you're rocking with this so far. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down the sample, we're gonna break down the kick, the snare, the hi-hats, do a little bit of processing. We're gonna do the bass and everything. And then if you stick around until the end, I got a recap with some dope tips and takeaways from this particular record that you can use even if you're a producer or if you're just starting off as an artist to give you a better production perspective on how to approach records. So make sure that you stick around until the end, all right? So let's go ahead and get into the sample. Listening to it, you would probably think that the sample was actually Tupac and Casey and JoJo, How Do You Want It? But it's actually Quincy Jones' Body Heat. I think it's at about 11 seconds in the song. I know, huh? The BPM is 140, by the way. And I think I stretched it to 8. I actually pitched it up 50 cents. But there's some playing around with pitching things up and down 50 cents. You drop this in there. Yeah, got that feel to it. All right, now we're gonna get into the kick. Let's record it. So I'm just gonna edit this down. Drop all these down to the same note and make sure that we're on the grid the way we should be. There we go, that one. Yeah, we'll delete the rest. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the hi-hat real quick. And you might notice that sometimes I do it out of key. I just do that because then I can use 2 fingers when I'm doing it, as opposed to just one. I'm not that good with rhythm. There we go. I actually shifted the hi-hat over, I swung it like this. Nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. To your surprise, we actually do use a sample from the Tupac record. The only thing is, it's not where you think it is. It's actually going to be the end here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't my first rodeo. All right. So you take that and you wanna pitch that down 50 cent. You feel me? I actually stretch it out to 8 bars. And in the original, they actually stretch it to 8 bars but cut it down to 4. I leave it in there for the natural decay. And that's actually gonna copy the same pattern up here too. Sometimes I just like to cut it kind of short like that just so that I can move stuff, you know what I'm saying, and be where I want to be, you know what I'm saying, like Donnell Jones, where I wanna be. I ain't got vocals like that, but you put me on some auto-tune and I can do something serious. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna get into the 808 or the bass line here on this song. So the bass is actually an 808. I'm using my 808 from my boy Oh Gosh Leota's first drum kit. Shout out to Oh Gosh. And it's gonna be this one. I did a little bit of processing on it, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you got a little box there, you feel me? Do a little polyphony, mono, you know what I'm saying? And the vast majority of the bass line is gonna be ACED. So let's go up in here and click, get the clicking, you feel me? ACED. And it's gonna be the D that's an octave lower there. This pattern also gets chopped up, so I'm gonna copy my situation here. So you don't even get the D. You feel me? Tell her. Let her know. She don't even get the D. You feel me? If she's a producer. Now, as far as processing goes, I actually distort the hell out of almost everything. So we're gonna go up in here. I'm gonna put this limiter on here. You know, this is all in-house, you feel me? Ooh, listen to that bump. Ooh, the slaps. My 808 as well. I think I end up needing to process the 808 quite a bit. So I do blood overdrive first. Click on that preamp right here. And when I'm there, I actually turn her up a little bit. You feel me? Turn me up some. And then let's see. I go with the young limiter as well. Max loudness, you feel me? And then what else do? I hit her with the young parametric EQ. You feel me? Because I don't like that. I don't like it to be too loud. You feel me? I don't want those high frequencies. You feel me? I want it to be all rumble. I'm going to compress young sir also, just to give it a little boosties. You feel me? You know, you ever play basketball, you look for the boosties. All right. I sidechain the kick to the 808. So we're gonna sidechain her. You feel me? Throw a little space in there so that it's not linking perfectly. Lit. Okay, let's do the kick from the verse now. And of course it was horrible, so we're just gonna fix that with clicks. There we go. And I want to say, like, every 4 bars or whatever, you're just gonna end up with a hit from that Tupac end of the song sample. And you want to let it ride. You feel me? At least that's how I'm gonna do it. The original has it like this. That's how they do it on the original. I do it like this because this sounds more natural to me. We're gonna extend this bass out. I'm gonna chop it to match the kick pattern up cheer. It's actually something that I do when I make beats, and I think they might have done this in here, but again, like, I'm kind of doing this from like my own perspective. 808 is gonna end up sounding like this on its own. Hey, you know, that's that bounce right there. Bro, this track feels so good. It's crazy. So everything together is gonna sound like this. And honestly, that's like the vast majority of the beat. Like, it's gonna be some slight variations from there. Obviously, I gotta add the young snare. You feel me? So let's get to the young snare. All right, let's get into the snare. The snare is going to be layered with an open hat, and then you have a secondary snare that comes underneath it. And again, I am going to distort the hell out of both of those. So these are the hi-hats. I wasn't going to even bother embarrassing myself by trying to actually put this in. So I clicked it in. In this particular instance, for this type of beat, I'm going to leave the velocity alone. So this is basically going to be the second part right here. This is what we're looking like. I got a little sauce, you feel me, on the channel here. I put a little EQ so I have space for the bass, you feel me? So I'm actually gonna cut the lows up to maybe like, I wanna say like almost like 200, you know what I'm saying? And then I drop this down like a little bit just to get, more space for the bass. See how you can hear the bass better? And actually, I throw a little EQ on the hit too. Like I call it a hit. I know it's a one shot kind of situation. I throw a little bit EQ on there too. It look a little something like, you know what I'm saying? You take it out. I'm taking out the lows, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You gotta balance the lows with the highs, you feel me? And I think I go to about like 450 or like 400, something like that. Let's go with 400 since the album's called My Life 400. It's like drill, but it's wavy though, you know? Man, I kind of want to do my own version of this, but anyway, let me keep showing y'all stuff. There's a little situation where they kind of like they switch it up for the hook, so you actually want to throw this other shot in there, and it's a random shot, dude. I swear, like I only noticed it because I was listening really closely. I want to say it's at like a minute 39 in How Do You Want It, and they like put it in there and they kind of like filter it out. So it's this. Positions on the. I already stretched it, but you stretch it to like 4, and you filter the hell out of it and you pitch it down 50 cent. If we were to say that this was like later in the song, because I'm too lazy to actually arrange this completely the way that it was. But if you were to say this was at the end of the song, this would be the hook right here. You take just that part right there, like Chingy. Actually, it's, the 7th part. Yeah, so I'll do this just so that you feel complete. You know, I don't want to leave you undone, but this is like the second part, or basically like the hook. And not the first hook. Like the first hook doesn't have this little like it's like a Moog synth like hit. Like the second hook has it though. So my favorite part is actually the third verse where they reverse it. So let's just put this right here, treat it like the hook was right there. You're just gonna kind of speed through it. I don't want to hold you too long. If you've watched the video this far, leave me a comment and say awesome is awesome, all right? You're coming off of the hook, and then they do, so you would drop this part, right? They do a lot of silence drops and stuff. And you'll be able to download this in the description below, like the full thing where it's like completely built out so that you could just go up in there and tinker with it if you want to. They take this and they flip it backwards. And that's it. I mean, like it's fly to me. I can appreciate that sort of thing. And I think they only reverse it for it's like for 4 bars, but it sounds super cool. The way that they build up to it, they put the bass in here, and there's actually like this pretty dope like drum breakdown with the kick, and that kick is actually going to be layered with the 808 as well. So let's run that 808 right quick. There's like a pause, and then this would kind of like come in right here to kind of like build it up. You do that, and then you just copy the bass out. They do a lot of really cool stuff like with this. I would say like complexity wise, this is probably like a 3.5 out of 5. Like this wouldn't be the first beat that I ever made. Like if you were just starting, like there's a couple there's a couple things that are a little bit more up there. I mean, you get the gist of it. So anyways, that's pretty much the beat. I'll play you the final version now. Let's actually go to my favorite part, the breakdown with the reverse part. So I'm definitely hoping that you dig this vibe. Now let's get into a recap of some of the takeaways that we can take from this song. All right, so one of the things that I would say, just to recap everything, when you're sampling, like make sure that you listen to the whole thing, because sometimes you could find better samples later on in the song. In this instance, it was at the very end of the song. Not everything is as it seems. You know what I'm saying? I definitely thought that it was the Tupac sample initially, only to come to find later that it was the Quincy Jones one. And then I will also say, like, it's important to think about the fact that, like, you can pitch things down just a hair. Like, I found a lot of stuff, a lot of times in, like, Evil Needle, like, of Selection, like, people that are in that realm, they do, like, a 50 Cent shift. And so that's kind of cool. Like if you're trying to find something, I mean, it does kind of throw things off a little bit. Just try to keep consistent. Like when you do that, excuse me, and know that if you're going to do that, that you need to do that to like most other things to make sure everything is in key. I would also say it was interesting. I'm not necessarily a connoisseur, but this almost seems like it's like a new type of drill to a certain extent. Like, you know, there was Chicago juke and then UK drill and New York drill, but this one kind of seems like how trap soul, like Bryson Tiller trap soul was, like the use of the sample and the smoothness of it with the bump of the beat and still like that rhythm that was involved in it. But you know, I'm still new to I really like the feel of it. I don't know if I'm gonna start making drill beats myself, but maybe I will. If you dig this video, check out my beat here and check out one of my tutorials or advice videos right here. All right. Please subscribe. Please like it. Thank you so much.